Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won.
Hello everyone, and what is the up? It's me, Nadia, and I have today.
I'm Betsy, I'm her mom.
What's up? And today we are going to be doing a fabulous look, or we're going to try the,
Yes.
we're going to try it, we're going to attempt.
Our friend Steven on Instagram suggested us to try the same look to see how we would interpret it. It's gonna be that look, which we're gonna post a picture, a good picture up here, or Nadia will. This is on her channel. So anyways, with that being said, we decided we're gonna make it, failed it or nailed it, and we are doing one on my channel and one on her channel.
Yeah, so go check that one out.
So, and we have some questions to answer as well. We're gonna be using some Glam Light palettes. We've got the Cake palette and the Ice Cream Dream. And then I also have my Kaleidos here because as the look has eyeliner, we're not gonna try to recreate the unicorn horn, but I'm gonna use this black as my eyeliner because I have very shaky hands and I probably still will fail at doing eyeliner port. Okay, so Nadia is in charge of questions because it's your channel.
All right.
So we're gonna start off with
number 1. What does indie mean to you in terms of handmade, private labeled, and independently owned?
I think of it as independently owned. I'm using the shade Ubi from the Glam Light Cake palette to start this look off with.
Doobie doobie.
But yeah, no, I feel like it is independently owned because there are some bigger brands that are independent that I love, as well as small brands. But there are also brands that are private labeled that I love. Midas Cosmetics is a private labeled brand. Some stuff I think, and now I think they do some more kind of in-house stuff, but yeah. So to me, it's independently owned. It has nothing to do with the size or if it's handmade because, you know, I feel like there's a little bit more quality control whenever it's not handmade because pressing shadows by hand, I can only imagine, is a pain in the hiney.
I bet that hurts, like your hands are like hurting.
Well, it's weird. It's like you pour the liquid in and once it kind of sets, then it's like I've seen it done and it's kind of weird. Okay.
All right, so question number...
No, you didn't answer it.
All right, so how I feel and what indie means to me. I mean, just independently owned. I mean, it's kind of in the name, like indie. You know, it's not like a big old corporation.
Well, I mean, but bigger brands can also be independently owned. People don't always realize that, but yeah, bigger brands. Melt is an indie brand. They're sold at Sephora. Natasha Denona. A lot of people know about them. They are an independent brand. So, and before we get into this any much more, this is the indie makeup tag questions that were answered, and this was created by Millie from Bad to the Brow, and she is absolutely awesome. I will try to make sure Nadia remembers to link her in the description box.
Yes.
But yeah. Millie is amazing and she is a multi-chrome queen.
Multi-chrome queen.
I follow her. That's why I know about these questions. Okay.
All right, so number 2. What are your top 3 indie brands?
My top 3 indie brands, the ones that I love the absolute most. At this point, I love Cleona. They do my multi-chromes. I own a lot from them because my husband has purchased them. I have a lot coming in because my husband bought me more and I bought myself some. I love multi-chromes. I love anything kind of special. So I'm excited to get those in. Then I also love, who else? Pat McGrath. I adore Pat McGrath. One of my favorites. And I adore, who else? Natasha Denona. Those are my 3 favorites. Now there are a lot of honorable mentions, but those are my tops because I can be a bit of a bougie bitch, honestly.
But they're so luxurious.
Well, I'm old. Let's not play. I'm 37 years old. I am not a spring chicken no more. And I don't mind playing with color and stuff like that, but there's a lot of things that just don't work on me anymore. So, you know, you got to be able to admit what works and what doesn't work for you. So, what about you, Nadia?
No, I will say I love glam light. I don't know, actually before I started doing this, I was afraid to touch color, and now that I have expanded my horizon.
I've taught you well. Young Padawan.
And yeah, I mean, you gotta live in luxury sometimes, so I love some Pat McGrath. I love the casing of Pat McGrath.
I'm trying to teach her to be a bougie bitch too, because I want, and not because she needs someone to buy her stuff. That's not what I'm teaching her. What do we teach you, honey? Let's be an independent woman. You don't need anybody to buy you those things. You need to be able to do it yourself. But you do want to appreciate the finer things in life.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I would never let anyone buy me a gift.
Well, no, that's okay. I mean, your dad buys me gifts.
I want to be able to buy my own stuff.
Exactly. So I'm just.
And I mean, and you've also taught us that having the finer things shows you that you can work to get the finer things.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know what I mean?
It's not all about the finer things, but it does, you know.
It's nice every now and then.
I'm bougie. I'll be the first to admit it. Anyways.
Are you excited for Christmas?
I'm excited for Christmas.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see what y'all got me, because y'all have been so excited to give it to me.
I know. We're really bad at.
Well, we're good at gift giving. We're bad at keeping secrets.
And it sucks whenever we get it like really early.
Because we shop early. I've taught them well.
I need to try next year earlier though.
Yes. Okie dokie. So that's my top 3. I'm gonna go into the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. Yours looks more purpley. I don't know if mine...
Well, I just went over with the ube because I lost a lot of it when I added the pink. Because whenever I added pink on top of it, it kind of disappeared. So that's what I had to do.
Well, I don't know. The end of it's supposed to be...
Like it's just so much. It's like... I could have a little bit more at the end. Because they have pink at like the ends.
There's a lot more pink at the end. A lot more pink at the end. This is not the type of look I typically go for, but we're trying. Yeah. And we had the boys pick these looks, so they are definitely not anything in our wheelhouse, and they are mainly all matte looks, which is a lot because I never do all matte looks, but that's just what the boys chose. So, trying to think. Okay, next question.
Next question. Did we do the top 3 indie brands? Yeah, we did. Which indie brands has disappointed you and why?
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's ColourPop. It really is. I love ColourPop, but on the same hand, I'm kind of over ColourPop because they have just gotten to the point where they have released so much stuff I can't keep up with, and it's overwhelming. And then on top of that, they haven't been the most inclusive. I bought the Candyland palette, and it's like a joke for my skin tone. So I don't know how anybody else makes it work. But yeah, ColourPop. And they just need to slow down. They need some quality control. They do need to slow down.
It's just, it seems like they're not putting any time into it. They're just spewing, you know?
Yes, all kinds of releases. I bought Nadia because she is obsessed with Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
The Hello Kitty stuff, and it was like the light colors, and as you can see, she's pale in comparison to me. And there were colors that weren't even working on her.
They weren't showing up and I had to pack them on.
And, you know, I'm sorry, but she is pale, pale, pale. I don't know why that she would have any issue with colors working on her. So, it is what it is. Okie dokie.
Alright, so the next one. Which indie brand have you not tried yet that you really want to try?
Which indie brand have I not tried? Divina Cosmetics. I have ordered from them, but they have not come in yet. Okay, let's pause that a second. Hello? Okie dokie.
Alright, sorry for that.
Sorry about
the phone call.
Sorry about the jump cut. We had a phone call that we had to take, and then yeah, so that's where we are. Kind of gotten a little bit more done on the eyes.
I'm still working on a cut crease, even after all this time.
It's okay, honey. Oh, that's kind of blending in a little much.
I just want it to be even.
I can. No one's gonna be able to tell if it's not perfectly even.
But I will know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Close enough. I think it's okay. Alright.
So, where are we at on questions?
I think we're on 4. Which indie brands have you tried that you really want to? And I think you said Divina,
which I have ordered from Divina, so I'm excited to try. I'm sure that there's some others that I'm looking forward to trying, but I can't think of off the top of my head. You know, I have become an indie lover and trying to try as much as absolutely possible has definitely become one of my things. Okay, liking how that looks as much as possible. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the pink. And this is definitely much higher than their look, but it's okay. Anyways, okay, so yeah, Divina's what I wanna try. What about you, Nadia? Or you just wait for me to buy it?
I'm just waiting for you to buy it.
Let's be honest. She is not going to be the one to purchase the makeup, but yeah, no.
We've talked about making a channel, or not a channel, but like a thing.
Yeah, like a will I buy it, but will my mom buy it?
Yeah.
Because that makes much more sense for us. And I thought it might be kind of cool too, because it would be kind of a different perspective. Because a lot of times when you see a will I buy it, it is from one perspective, and like, you know, our thoughts on things are different from each other. What she likes sometimes, like makeup wise, is different, and the people she likes is different. Like she likes James Charles and Kylie Cosmetics and stuff like that, and which is perfectly fine. But oh, that does look much better.
Much better. Mm-hmm.
I had tried to do a wing earlier with regular liquid eyeliner.
It no work.
But I figured powder shadow, I might be able to manipulate it a little bit more, because there ain't no way in hell. They ran out of space, so we had to restart that over. So if it's a weird jump cut, remember it's been a crazy day today. And it has been like a really freaking crazy day. So, but yeah. I feel like Urban Decay's kind of went by the wayside, but if they did do stuff, they used to be such a cool brand, and yeah, now they're not. Okay, so are you ready to go off camera and do the rest of our face, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that.
That's what we'll do.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. And we have the rest of our face on. What do you think? I think we did, so far, a pretty phenomenal job, if I have to say so myself. I'm pretty proud. Because this is a very complicated look. More than what you think it is.
Yeah.
And I am proud of what we were able to accomplish. And we added some little rhinestones to the center of our eyes. I'm thinking that if we take, if we can find who created this, because the boys save these on their phones from Pinterest, we will definitely tag the creators. But if not, we are not trying to steal anybody's work. I want to make sure that is known. It's just parts of it are very difficult. You know, whenever you're finding stuff on Pinterest, you don't always find.
Yeah, no, it sometimes brings you to the random websites.
Yeah. And you don't ever know who the original creator is. Yeah. So again, we are not trying to steal anybody's work. I'm very, very happy with how this is coming out. I love the purple under the eye.
Is it purple?
I think we did a pretty darn good job though.
Indeed.
Okie dokie. Now all I think that I have left to do is some mascara on the lower lash line.
Which you're looking for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the pink one. Because if you look at the look there, the lower lash lines have colored mascara. Okay. So next up is, what are your three favorite products from indie brands that I own from indie brands? Okay, so for me, let's try to think.
You okay?
Yeah.
Just get in your eye.
Applying colored mascara is not the easiest. Okay, so probably my three favorite things from indie brands that I cannot put down and will never get rid of is the Gemini palette by Melt. Is still my all-time favorite palette. My Pat McGrath concealer. And what else? My Cleona multi-chromes. And there's not a specific one, but those are definitely my favorites. What about you, Nadia? Do you own anything from indie brands?
No.
You probably do somewhere along the line, but she doesn't realize it.
I probably have palettes at home that I really do like. I just can't think of them at the moment.
So, okie dokie. What's next?
All right, so if you could collaborate with one indie brand, which one would it be?
Melt. Melt is my favorite. And it's, okay, so let me explain this to you the best way. Melt doesn't always have my favorite of everything. It's like I just gave Nadia the Beetlejuice mascara because that does not work well on my lashes. It's too clumpy. I'm not a fan of it. But for the most part, Melt is my aesthetic all the way through. You know, sometimes it's very girly and kind of play, you know, and then other times, you know, it's very alternative, and that's kind of how I am. Like, I am a Disney loving horror movie aficionado. You know, I'm like a little of everything, and Melt, I think, encompasses that very, very, very much so. What about you? What brand would you collaborate with?
Melt or Glamlight?
I think Glamlight would probably be more your speed. You love the pastels, and she loves food.
I love it.
To say that nicely, she does.
I'm a foodie.
The thing is with Nadia, to kind of explain to you her love of food, like the child will be like, I am not spending $20 on a jacket, but I'll go spend $50 on sushi for just me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of how she is. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, that's my baby. So I think Glamlight would probably be a better choice for you personally, but
just
I mean,
so cute.
And I do. I love everything that I've bought from Glamlight because she can't say nothing. She hasn't bought anything. She can just use it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think Glamlight would be a cute one for you. But yeah, no, for me, it would definitely be Melt. Okay, last question is, what is one thing you wish indie brands did more of? Face products. Like, I want to get some more like face products from indie brands, like foundation, that kind of thing. But I understand that face products are harder to do because, you know, to have a decent shade range and stuff like that, it's almost impossible. What about you, hun?
I have pink stuff on my nose. Yeah, I mean like face stuff because they only most of the time they do just pellets.
Yeah.
Like lipsticks and I don't know, a lot of them do lipsticks actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like face products. But like blushes and things like that, more of.
Well, they do blushes. It's
Some
like
of them.
foundations.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Okay. But I guess that's it. What do you think? So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to her channel. This is my baby. But I guess that's it.
All right, have a great one. Bye.
Bye.
So hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice. But now I am telling you, I'm going to smile. But I would never